to talk to you a little bit about hormone disruptors. My friend Julie will be on here shortly to share her experience as well, but it's important that we have these discussions because this isn't something I knew about until I heard a woman talk about xenoestrogens. So if you're watching this and you know what a xenoestrogen is, it's like a big word, but it's a type of hormone disruptor. So tonight, I just want to share with you a little bit about what hormone disruptors are, why they're important to get them out of the things we are using, and some what they call ditch and switch ideas and opportunities. My friend Julie is also on here tonight. There's Julie. Hey, Julie.
Hello, sorry, had a little technical difficulty.
That's okay. So, Julie, I was just saying that I had heard a little bit about what xenoestrogens were from someone, and when I had put that post in Facebook, you were like, you had heard them primarily as hormone disruptors, and I was curious to know. Of course, I'm going to put you on the spot. What did you know about hormone disruptors? And I think it relates to your work. Like you're an entrepreneur, and you have a place of work where you're very aware of.
Um,
Yeah. When
it's
did you first hear?
I could probably I don't know when it started when in the tea world we were starting to think about maybe it's a bad idea to boil your water in a plastic kettle.
Mhm.
That was kind of the first thing, and then you start listening and learning and you realize there's just estrogen being output all around you all the time.
And it really wreaks havoc on your body and
Yeah.
creates problems where I think if you were to go into any sort of place and ask, okay, well, why is this happening to me? A lot of the times we don't know. We don't have an answer.
Yeah.
And a lot of it can be hormone disruptors. So yeah, I have definitely have experiences like that. I have lipomas, and lipomas are different sort of chemicals that are attached into fat and then lodged in my body as bumps. And that's what I was told by a dermatologist. And I was like, what do you mean different types of chemicals? Oh, toxins. And I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, awesome. Okay, thank you. How do I work on this? So for me, my journey has been looking at where the toxins are and how I can support my body to reduce its toxic load. And so that's really what we're going to talk about tonight. And I know that doTERRA has helped me for sure along the way. So for a lot of people, identifying toxins can sometimes be tricky. And I don't know, Julie, how did you start identifying toxins? Like, what was it for you that sort of made you aware? Like, what are some of the things that come to mind when you
Um,
think about toxins? Like you said, plastic.
Plastic, probably the first thing I started looking for on ingredients listings was sodium lauryl sulfate in
Mm-hmm.
shampoos and stuff. That was the first more of a chemical one I learned about.
Mm-hmm. They do have quite an impact on your body. And I think it was just a couple days ago, you and I had a little discussion as we were listening to like one of the doTERRA broadcasts about the chemicals that are in North American products versus the chemicals that are in European products. And
Yeah.
that you were like, this is really stands out quite a bit. And so I'm just reading some stats here, and it's like there are 40 countries that have banned over 1,400 chemicals in cosmetic products. And here in North America, there's like only 9 chemicals that are banned.
Mm-hmm.
And I can think, doTERRA definitely does carry clean products, right? Like when we look at what's not in them, we can talk about that after. But there's just like, I can think of one that my girlfriend was telling me, what's the Bastise or whatever it's called, that dry shampoo that was recalled
Okay.
because of the perfumes that are in it. And something else that was in it, and it's creating like it's a type of hormone disruptor, and it's like bad. So
Mhm.
those were actually, there's like these chemical recalls that are taking place, or these product recalls because of the chemicals. And
That's
not
good. They're
everyone's,
starting.
they are starting, but the weird thing is, yeah, I guess it is good that they're starting, but not everyone's aware of this.
No,
Like, and especially when you look, Europe's got 1,400 chemicals that are banned. That's
probably at
at
least.
least, right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting. You know, most, you know, I think most chemicals aren't going to cause a problem individually, but it's because there's just this compound effect of so many that that's what's
Yeah.
really affecting our bodies. So, and I think that's how we can get away with it, if that makes sense in how people communicate it. So, I think a lot of what people might not understand is it does cause serious health problems and serious problems to our liver. That's that toxic load piece, serious problems to our liver, as well as reproductive health. And the other thing is the big C word, cancer. And yeah, it's a very hard discussion to have, but it's true. So when we look at reducing our toxic load, and this is where I don't think we're having a ton of conversations about this burden. Because I think if people were aware of the burden, I think they would ask for more chemicals to be removed, if that makes sense.
Yeah. You never hear this discussed.
No,
You hear about chemicals once in a while, but nobody ever talks about how to get them out of your body or out of your house.
or out of your house. Yeah, exactly. And I think
Mhm.
we were talking about cleaning supplies just before, a week before. And we're just going to look at beauty products today because cleaning supplies is definitely one way to remove the toxic load or reduce the toxic load. And beauty supplies and what we're putting on our body. And this picture actually is pretty interesting because it's actually what we're putting in our body as well. So it's, you and I were discussing that. So what's in the air you breathe, what's on your skin, and what's going like into your body. So one of the things we were talking about was identifying the toxins, and like you said, it's bio. Now, again, you know, I'm the worst at like when it comes to saying things. Bio, BPA? I just call it BPA. So BPA, sodium lauryl sulfates, but I'll put up a list of what is toxic. But I have an app. It's called Think Dirty. Do you have that app on your phone? Have you
I
seen it?
do. Yeah.
Yeah. And so with a Think Dirty app, you can actually go and scan things, and you can see what has toxins in it and what doesn't. And what we can do is ditch those toxic products and switch to more natural ones. And then the third thing that we need to do is support our body's natural detoxification process. So identifying toxins, and this is one of those things where are we finding them? And I think you said shampoo was one of the first things you were aware of with the
Yeah.
SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate. And I think for me, it was perfumes on the skin and noting that they are a hormone disruptor. So toxins are like artificial perfumes. Essential oils do not have the same effect on your body. They actually have a positive effect on your body compared to like artificial essential oils, which have a negative effect and can act as like a xenoestrogen, which disrupts sleep, can cause stomach upset. Like there's just so many things that can go on with these toxins, and that can vary from person to person. Julie, do you have anything else to add on that? Like
Um,
if there's some sort of makeup too, right? Like that's one of the things you said, the green vanity was one of the places where you started.
yeah. Yeah. And she told me that the same thing. If we banned what Europe had banned in cosmetics,
Mm-hmm.
we would instantly lose something like 2,400 products off the shelf.
Yeah, that's just mind blowing.
Huge amount of dirty products. Yeah.
Well, and I think the good news is we can control what comes into our home. So learning these things about what is high in these toxic chemicals, we can start learning, what we could switch and what we could bring in, because there's going to be some toxins that are absolutely unavoidable. And they're
Yeah.
just environmental toxins that are inevitable. But our body, I think, hits a certain point and then weird stuff starts to happen. So when we're ditching and switching, we're protecting our home and our family with natural products and replacing personal care products with natural versions we can trust. That just makes sense, right? And it's, I think, one of the easiest things, let's see. Oh, yeah, is beauty products, especially when you look at 60% of what you put on your what on
Mhm.
your skin, it's absorbed into your bloodstream.
That's the
Um,
the lady who started the Green Vanity Store. Her catchphrase is, "What you put on your skin soaks in."
right. That's exactly it. And growing up, I didn't know this at all, but I can tell you I have examples of things like skin allergies. So I always considered myself having sensitive skin. And I remember hating, like despising putting, I'm going to say brand name, Johnson & Johnson's Vaseline Intensive Care with some other blah, 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 like fragrance added to it. And it would just burn my skin so badly. Um, when you look at the ingredients, you find out that it's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
And it was causing massive irritation to my skin. But we didn't know any better, and potentially even hormone disruption as a teenager. So many of the products with the fragrances do that. And you sort of wonder, one of the things I'm learning to understand is how the chemicals interact with the body, and that also interacts with our emotions. So sometimes the chemicals that we're using can make us grumpy.
Well, you just have to look at how so many children react to the red dye in foods, especially kids with ADHD.
I'm so glad you said that.
It's a
That's
huge thing.
huge.
Yeah.
It's absolutely huge. So when you look at kids that are having these wild behavior reactions and emotional swings, it can actually be the red dye.
Yeah.
I know. And again, I don't know how many people discuss this or know this, but it's why learning more about this is so important for the well-being of our family and our communities too. This one, we're going to go to the happy things now because it really is about taking those things out and swapping them with things that do work. And the shampoos that we buy on the shelf can be laden with chemicals that do not benefit ourselves, nor do they benefit the environment when we're like washing them down the drain. So I remember you were so excited when this came out. You were,
It was. It's
yeah,
so easy to switch, though.
it is so easy to switch. And did you end up,
Is.
so you end up using these? Did you get these ones yet or no?
I haven't actually got them because I loaded up on so much of the
The other
giant
ones.
bottles of the first line they did.
They did. Oh yeah, it was so good. So I did get these and I quite love them. They're phenomenal for, especially like if you're traveling and
Yeah.
camping, because they're solid bars and they are absolutely environmentally friendly, and they're zero waste.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Plastic free everywhere.
Plastic free. Okay, this was my big thing. So because I had made my own sunscreen, and because sunscreen, like most on the shelf sunscreens, are actually terrible for you and terrible for the environment. So when this came out, I was so excited. I was so excited. So I've been using the body actually, because I took the face and body to work, and the kids are using it. It doesn't, like when they're doing track and field, it doesn't sting their eyes. Right? Like sunscreen, everyone's so used to that sunscreen, the oil stuff with the chemicals and the fragrance, and it stings kids' eyes so much. And it's a hormone disruptor. So I'm like, okay, it's also terrible for the environment. And I know that some people can't, like even the perfumes in it can just send people into like having asthmatic issues. They're like, I can't handle the smell of that. I'm like, well, try something all natural and you won't have that reaction. So
Yeah. Well, and they've banned regular sunscreen from a lot of places because they've figured out it's killing coral reefs.
that's right. Yeah, and you have to have reef safe sunscreen.
Yeah,
So I wonder, then I look at that, I'm like, maybe our lakes deserve to have environmentally friendly sunscreens
probably.
too. So I really hope everyone in the next couple of years starts to switch to environmentally friendly sunscreens that are effective. And these are really
Yeah.
effective. I did also get the after sun just because sometimes you do get too much sun exposure. Sometimes I miss spots, actually, is my problem. I've
Yeah.
always missed spots. So there's always like under here, a little spot over here. It just depends. And I missed a couple spots the other day. And I used this for the first time, and the after sun is fantastic. And it's aloe based.
Is there
And
lavender in it?
let me look. Witch hazel, coriander, lavender, frankincense, Japanese green tea, lemongrass, peppermint, red algae, blue tansy. Yeah, there's a lot. This is like really, I hadn't read it. I was just like, I trust it. And
Right.
it
Yeah.
works so well. So don't spray directly on face though. You put it in your palms and you put it on your face. And I tried it on my face too. And no stinging and feels so good. And I think that's the big thing is for me is I'm so sensitive and it's not fragranced, right? It's essential oils. So I don't get like it was just perfect for me and my super
Yeah.
sensitive skin. So, and I'm excited because this is now, I don't know what's available in Canada. Did you see? I haven't looked to see if it's Canadian.
Um,
We'll have to look and share, but I know for sure
Gosh, I haven't
US.
looked. Yeah.
I know for sure US. Amazing. Okay. Um, I think it's important too, like you don't have to live in fear of toxins. And for some people, I think it can be like, oh my gosh, this is another overwhelming thing. Thank you, no thank you, right? And that complete shutdown.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it's been like poking away at this for me, like little bit by little bit.
Hmm.
I think the big thing is just educating myself and talking to people that are wanting to talk about it and then slowly going, oh, this is good or this product works or this works. Like I know for some people there's other companies out there that have clean products available, and it's just share those things with people. If you're working in a company, a network marketing company that has products that are clean, share. I want to know. I know that for you, Julie, like your tea is clean, and so that's so important to me. And I know that Epicure has clean products as well. And I think that's, another company that I really want to work with as well. So I think,
Yeah.
the more the easier it is, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
There's lots of options. You just have to find them.
For sure. And
Yeah.
you and I were listening to, I can't remember which one. I've been listening to the Essential Oil Solutions for a while, and I quite enjoy what they have to share. They're just quick little like sound and learning bites.
Yeah.
But I just find that I'm always, getting so much out of it. So this has a little QR code if anyone wants to use it, just to go deeper into learning about caring for your skin naturally. I'm always learning a little bit every time. There's also the Essential Oils and Personal Care ebook, which is available. And I have got that. Well, again, you can use the QR code that's on here, but I can send that out to anyone. So if you're interested in it, just let me know and I will send it to you, because there's like, one of my favorite things in here. Let me see. I don't know if I can go straight to it, and I don't know. Let me see if you can see it. Can you see this tab that's just popped up? It says edit. Oh no, edit your routines. That's not it. Hold on.
Yeah.
It is there. The personal care one. I don't know. Can you see the tab right now?
I just see us right now.
You just see us right now? Let me
Yeah.
see if I can flip it.
Somebody on Facebook commented that Arbonne is clean.
Oh, awesome. Okay. That's good to know.
That's cosmetics and skincare, I think, isn't it? Arbonne?
I think it's
Or just
cosmetics.
skincare?
Yeah, I think they do. I know that they have a lot of really good products that people love. So I think it's important that, we have that knowledge and share that with one another. Okay, so here's one of the things. Let me see if it's going to pop in here. My drive, boom, right there. Share. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So this is a beautiful ebook, and there's lots in here for people that want to go a little bit deeper and understand more about what doTERRA carries for clean products. But I think I like this. Commercial hygiene products contain mystery ingredients. So I think those are the things that we have to be concerned about, especially when we don't see what's in it. And this book has a ton of different things that you can use to help support your skin, essential oil wise. But there is one little nugget of goodness there: ginger lime brown sugar scrub. So now that we're just coming into spring or summer, I should say, a nice scrub is so good. And this is one of the first things that I made as a gift. And it's very well loved. So brown sugar and fractionated coconut oil, lime, and ginger. So this is absolutely clean and your skin will love it. And I think you could play around with the lime and ginger. I know that I love clary sage and grapefruit. And those are different things that you can put in. So this book is absolutely filled with different like do-it-yourselves, as well as information on essential oils and how they are so good for your skin. So can you see me back again? Almost. Hold on. Let me see if I can come out of this. There we go. So there are some things, though, that we can talk about when it comes to supporting our endocrine system. So the toxins, when we look at the burdens on our body, I'm just going to come back into this again. So can you see the burden of body toxic load matters?
Yes. Yeah.
This is actually that other piece that you and I have been talking about, Julie, is our systems have been overloaded. And that toxic load is coming out as, I think, migraine headaches for some people. For me, it's lipomas. I know that other people, it's autoimmune issues and just weird stuff that people they just don't have answers to.
Yeah.
And so, what can we do for ourselves to help our body? Because our body is a naturally healing, it's like incredible what it does when it's supported properly. So actually, I'm going to go back to this picture before. One is eating well. And that's where you and I have been using MetaPower to support our reducing like the toxic load of sugar, as well as other chemicals that are in foods. That's like all the processed food chemicals. So getting off of sugar and processed food is really important. And sometimes that can be hard. And so Julie and I and some others are using MetaPower to help support our body, because it makes it easier to actually get off sugar and other processed carbs. Yeah. It's fantastic. As well, Julie and I were talking about this one, the lifelong vitality system. So if you are looking at, there are weird things happening in my body and I need to support my body in healing, proper supplementation is huge. And so if you're looking for like supplements that do work, and these come with a 30-day guarantee, doTERRA has, they call it lifelong vitality, or LLV. And the big one in there for me has been the alpha CRS, because it has liver supports in it. If you have any questions, you can always ask me or reach out. PB Assist also, our gut microbiome is huge when it comes to supporting the toxins in our body, like helping our body process toxins. And it helps healing, like gut healing is such a big thing. And, with the MetaPower system that we've been doing, we've been increasing probiotics that are naturally existing in the vegetables that we consume. But this also, PB Assist, helps to do that as well. And this is the MetaPower Assist. So this one, I jumped in a little deeper on this and my mind was like slightly blown because berberine and mulberry support liver function. I was like, oh my gosh. So this product actually gives the liver some love. And the other thing too, because MetaPower helps to reduce fat cell maturation and curbs the craving, so it helps supporting that metabolic health so the fat cells aren't growing. That's where xenoestrogens are stored.
Interesting.
I
Okay.
know, and they're released from fat cells, and that's where toxins are stored. So when you're addressing fat cell, you're also addressing,
Toxic load.
toxins. Yeah, toxic load. I had no idea. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm learning something new all the time. So for people that are like, okay, well, where do I start? You can start anywhere you want. The whole thing, and you and I always talk about sort of like, it's just starting. Like you just have to start and go, okay, I'm going to start here. And so doTERRA has so many different places where you can start and you just pick, okay, this month, you know what? I'm going to focus on sunscreen and I'm going to get the sunscreen this month because I think everyone needs to get sunscreen on this month.
This weekend. Yep.
This weekend, yesterday, 2 days ago, it's happening. So get started with the sunscreen. Or if you're like, you know what, I'm having weird health problems. My allergies are out of control. I also have autoimmune issues and I don't have any energy and we could try starting with nutrition, alpha CRS, like the LLV, or even the MetaPower with the digestion. And join us on Saturday for that. Or if you're like, you know what, maybe it's just my shampoo, you can start with the shampoo line. I know many people have different, there are many different options out there, but these are definitely 4 that have worked in the past. So if you want to reach out to Julie or myself, we can send you a link, a custom link, or if you just want to have a shopping link, just reach out to either of us and we can send you that. If you're already a member, know that you always get 25% off, no matter what. So again, there's retail customers, which right now you don't have to worry about being a retail customer because everyone gets to be a wholesale customer for free, which is awesome. And then Julie and I and some other people are monthly ordering people. And so you get below wholesale when you order monthly, which is pretty fun. You get to start collecting points. That's this. This month is awesome because it's the Aioli, which is like a tea tree. It's delicious. Did you get it yet, Julie?
I did. It's a lot milder than tea tree.
It is. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And then Julie and I were discussing this, I think a couple months ago. I'm like, oh my gosh, did you know you can even save more? And these are hard to see, right? This is like super small. But you can get the Lifelong Vitality Pack and you can add other things to it. I think it's like $20 off. It's quite
That's
a
a
nice
good discount. Yeah.
It's a really good discount. So a lot of people that are purchasing MetaPower, they're getting either MetaPower and additional MetaPower, plus some people are like, ooh, you know what? I'm going to try the probiotics because I'm going to get them at a discounted price, or I'm going to get the MetaPower and I'm going to try the Assist. And even after watching this, hopefully some people that are just taking the MetaPower collagen are going to be like, oh my gosh, I did not know that about the Assist and the oil. So I'm going to try that as well. And I think in there too, for me, like one of my favorite ones is the deep blue polyphenols for reduced inflammation. That is also helps support our body because it doesn't tax our liver like ibuprofens do.
Yes.
That's another thing as well, but that's internal. So anyway, if there's anything, it's sort of fast and furious, but if there's anything else anyone wants to know, go ahead and chime in. But I know for me, for the past, I think it's been 4 years or 5 years that I've been taking the Lifelong Vitality and also reducing the amount of toxins by using the products. And I know my allergies have like decreased.
Yeah, mine too.
It's unreal. It's been so good. So
Yeah.
there's one other thing too.
The rose. Somebody's in love with the rose.
Somebody, okay. And the moringa. So we can't even see it, but what's in this? Moringa oil and rose. That's it. So I know that so many people are looking for face oils that are hydrating and that give you that youthful glow. I'm not kidding you. I'm in love. I'm absolutely in love. So this, I will spray. I'm not going to put the oil on right now because this stuff's like sacred and may only be used at night. And then a little bit of this and a little bit on my face. And then I'd put my moisturizer on in the day. Then I'd add my sunscreen on after I sit with my rose for a little bit.
There you go.
Take some breaths in. It is phenomenal. So that rose is limited time. And I know it's coming out in the US June 1st, and it's in Canada right now. Get it. Get an extra one.
Give it to Melissa.
Give it to Melissa. Here, Melissa, I brought you a gift. Yes. Rose. Well, it's like this is the real rose. It's the real rose. And it's like
rose is so good for your skin.
It's so good for your skin. Yeah. And our rose oil, I can't remember how much it is, but it's like, is it 300? Yeah, it's like 300. Is it?
I don't remember, but it's
anyway.
One you get with points.
It's one you get with points. You collect all your points and you can get your rose, which is so good because doTERRA lets that happen.
Yeah,
you can actually do that.
Amazing.
But this is it. This is 30 mils of it, and it smells the same. And I'm like, oh yes, put it on because it's
not $300.
It's not. It's like $60 for these two Canadian. Mm-hmm. It's phenomenal. I think there's limits to how many I can get. I don't know what they are. Anyway. Well, thank you for being on here. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I also have good news. I made Silver Club.
Oh, good for you.
So that means we get to have Silver Club stuff happening in June.
Excellent. Okay.
So you and I will plan what we get to do for Silver Club, and I'll tell everyone more about that after I do my Silver Club training. So yay. Well, thank you, Julie.
You betcha.
I want to know what are you getting next month? What did you get in your wellness box this month?
Before we go. I got 2 and then I did another order, so I'm going to get 3. May is always a good month.
What did you get?
It's
MetaPower.
I got some more Advantage. I got the sunscreen spray.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got the mist diffuser, the plug-in, replace the terrible blades you see on TV things.
Yeah.
Not that I had any, but
it's awesome. I've got it in the hallway, and it's perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah. It's amazing. And what else I get? Loaded up on kids vitamins.
Oh, good call. Did you get the kids PB Assist? Or did you just?
Oh. They don't want to do that. They just want the pill. I had the PB Assist kids when I was making smoothies.
And they were good with it?
And then I would put it in there, but
they just they're adults now. They're not even kids anymore, but most kids like the chewables, right? Yeah.
Well, I still buy the chewable vitamins.
Yeah, that's why. They're good.
You can't have too many pills to take, so we just take an extra one. That's all. Yeah, and then so the third one that I haven't got yet, I caved and ordered another mist diffuser after I figured out how amazing it was when I plugged it in.
Must have another one. Yeah, that is like a must. So I hope people do manage to take advantage and get those ones. Are they sold out now? They've still got it
yesterday. I'm not sure about today.
Is that when you ordered it? Was yesterday?
Yeah. Well, who was it? You or Kelly posted 90% sold out.
Kelly did.
When I ordered it.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, my friend. Well, Saturday, I will see you Saturday because it's a MetaPower morning.
MetaPower metabolic health class.
Yes. And besides the knowledge of knowing what berberine and mulberry are huge liver supports, I also have the new book from the Glucose Goddess. So we'll be sharing that.
Excellent.
And some of the ideas and recipes there to help with metabolism. So
10 a.m. Saturday.
Pardon me? 10 a.m. That's right. 10 a.m. Okay, friend. Thanks, my dear.
All righty.
See you,
Talk to you soon.
everyone. Okay, bye.